Tommy?
All right, everybody. Let's get this show started. We'd like to kick the night off with our winner from last year's show. Now, if you saw last year's show, you might remember that he was an audit associate at Grant Thornton. Well, since that time, he has become a senior audit associate at Grant Thornton. He has also become a CPA. And he particularly wanted me to remind you tonight that since there's no competition this year, he technically claims he holds the title for one more year. So let's see if he still is truly the funniest accountant. Give it up for Mr. Brad Manning.
It is to have me in your home this evening. It'll probably be the only time. I'll just be honest, but no, I mean, I really am honored to be here. It's not how we planned, but we're still raising money for junior achievement. I think that's a great thing. You will have to wait a year to buy a shirt with my face on it. For $39.99, I can be on top of you all the time. Jeez. No, it's hard to believe it's been a year since I was last here and performed. You know the performance, you have it archived. You've watched it. And I ended my performance with the line, "We're all just waiting to die." And you all laughed and said, "Oh my gosh, he's so funny and attractive, he's a complete package," and you were right, but most importantly, I was. 2020 has been crazy. I mean, I made a New Year's resolution this year, and it was to go out more, and meanwhile, God was thinking, no. But New Year's resolutions are so stupid, and if you do them, they're so stupid. But it's putting out to the world this whole you're saying you're gonna do something that you should have probably already been doing, right? Eat healthy, exercise, get to know your kids, and every time February rolls around and you're still avoiding the little strangers, and I just think you post this on New Year's Day, New Year, new me, and you never change. And I think we should hold people accountable for it. And I think people aren't used to being held accountable for what they put out to the world. And I think we need to do a better job. It was last month, I was at a restaurant and I went to the bathroom, opened the door, and a guy's sitting on the toilet. And so, we might get embarrassed, we might go back to our table. I could have easily just gone to the next one, which was open, but he made a decision to leave the door open. And so I waited for him, because I figured we'll have this moment. And he comes out, and it is a bit awkward, and I tried to break the awkward silence, and so I just said, "You should probably get that checked out." And then I closed the door. And then I locked the door, because that's what you do. It's not that hard. If you're gonna make those decisions, you gotta be prepared to take it. Luckily for me, I didn't post my New Year's resolution to go out more because I had no intention of keeping it. And luckily, circumstance prevented me from ever going out anywhere, really. No, in the beginning of all of this, I was on a call with one of my bosses, and he, at the end, I lived alone, and just asked me, how are you holding up? It must be kind of boring, living alone. And that gave me pause, because during that call, I had just watched one animal, I think it was a daughter, running in circles, screaming, and in the background, his wife holding a baby that vomited on her shoulder, and she's trying to clean up whatever the thing expelled onto her, and she's trying to talk on the phone, presumably with the divorce attorney, because that shit was chaos. How am I holding up? Fine, thank you. I'm very content with my life choices right now. No, There were some points that got boring. One of my friends I was talking to, and he's like, "Yeah, like what have you been doing? You holding up?" And I'm like, "Dude, it's gotten kind of bad. Like I went to the dog park for 2 hours yesterday," and he's like, "That's not that bad. I mean, they say it's good to get outside." I was like, "I don't own a dog." That was a low point for me. I just went to see other humans, and I'm not too proud of that. No, things got crazy in the beginning. Everyone was running on the grocery stores. This was when everyone's like, "What does the virus do?" "I don't know. It comes from China. If it's like Chinese food, it'll attack the ass." And they bought up all the toilet paper, but I had to go because I had to make sure they didn't run out of gluten-free stuff. This figure does not come free. And I was, in line, and this guy behind me is and he's an older guy, I mean, at least 32, and he's coughing behind me and not wearing a mask. And that was a crazy thing, the mask. People got so charged on it, and people my age, it's protection. It's protection for other people, and wearing protection is never as pleasurable. Like we've heard that for years, and it's just one of those things you have to do because you don't want to live with the consequence. Like since 6th grade, they've been saying wear protection if you're out and about, and sometimes you forget, and if you go in and you're not wearing protection, you need to pull out and go back in. And I think that's a really important thing. It shouldn't be this charged issue, and you just need to do it. And so that's been something that's just been wild throughout all of this. So wear protection, because you could save a life or prevent one, depending on which kind you're talking about. That was a weird thing that people were charged about. And I heard, and before coming on, I was debating on whether I wanted to, talk about things that are controversial, and I don't think you can give your opinion unless you are willing to listen to, the opposite opinion. Unfortunately, in this case, they handed me the mic. You're at home, so I don't have to listen to you. There was a lot of talking about voting this year, and it's whatever you do, it's your decision, I think. But I voted this year, and it's kind of weighed on me because, on one hand, it was hard because a lot of people are like, how can you vote for someone that has done such wrong things? And at the same time, like, I get that they're entertaining though, and so there's that, and it was hard for me. And ultimately, I think America got it wrong, and I'll say it. Carole Baskin should have made it further in Dancing with the Stars. And so, yeah, when all these people are coming out and telling you to vote, it's hard because you do it, and she was mistreated. She was guilty. I know it. You know it. She killed her husband. Tiger King got it right. But I don't know that I'll vote again. Getting through that was hard. But I think we'll move on. And I think the point to remember is we will move on, and that can be hard to remember sometimes when you're charged with your passion. And Carole was not the best dancer, okay? But did she deserve to go out that early? No. And it can be really hard on you, and you have these attachment to these people and your vote, and you feel like the world will end if Carole Baskin is not there next week and she doesn't win the vote. But it doesn't. And, at the end of the day, I think it's very important we remember that. But I think the most important thing, if you remember nothing tonight, it's that last year, when I said we're all just waiting to die, I was right. Thank you.
Go get 'em, buddy.